Hello from Berlin. Today I want to discuss a little bit about the topic: is tango learning suitable for couples? Because this is a very interesting topic which I want to share my ideas with you. Tango originated under very special circumstances. So it develops when at a time when women almost were not available. So men were in majority, and there were very very few ladies only available, and there were no dance schools. The people danced learned in the street, men dancing with each other. So at that time, men were only learning from men and with men. It's a very different setup to what we see today. Men were very eager learning because with their tango skills, they could really get a good woman, the most beautiful woman, or the most attractive, or the queen of the barrio, or whatever. So today they will do it with a car or with an academic degree, but in that time, between this social environment, it was possible by developing high-level dance skills. And the dance skills of the men had to be very good because women could not dance actually. They were not involved in the learning process. So, meaning to say the leader will teach them a little bit on the dance floor. And the leader had to learn the follower part first, and then he will learn the leader part from the more advanced milongueros. And when they could lead very well, then they were ready for the dance floor because the woman could not do anything. So they had to know what they are doing. And they could lead very well and show them what to do, where to step, and so on. Women at that time were not involved in the learning process. Maybe they learn at home a little bit with a cousin, with a sister, or whatever, but because they were never taught to lead, so they could not really practice alone with themselves. So men dance and teach and practice with each other. Therefore, the possibility for eventual conflicts between genders, which are happening today often, will not be given. So, because they are with their own fellows, they make fun, maybe they fight, but they make fun, and then they, it's much easier when the men are together with men. Same with women. And women dance only with women. It's much more relaxed, the situation, than when there are men involved. It's a total different energy in the room. So from that background, knowing that the men learn by learning with other fellow men, makes it actually also understandable, that it's so much easier before. They learn and they teach a little bit. The woman were not interested in learning to lead or whatever. She just wanted to look nice and get the best dancer, like that. That was the game. But today everything has changed. So coming also with the idea of emancipation, dance schools come in. Tango was delivered to the world. Outside of Argentina, people don't dance in the streets, so there have to be proper dance schools. People go to dance school, and men and women learning together. And then a problem came up. A problem developed. There is a different situation than in former days in Argentina. So now women and men are together, and this can occur problems. So why? What are the problems which you can see? Men and women in general plus couples is a different thing again. If you have men and women, single men, single women, and couples, so even the driving force behind the interest to learn tango in couples is different than in single people. Single people have a more practical approach. You know, they go to dance class because they say, I take the dance class and maybe I meet some friends, I learn to know some people, and then when I see them in the milonga, they will dance with me. Fine, very nice practical idea. Couple, or they will say, oh, maybe I find someone to date or something like that. Also possible. But it's more like practical reason. A couple which come to dance class have a total different interest in the whole thing. They want to learn tango and they want to learn it for themselves. I mean, there are all exceptions, of course, but in general, this is what I have seen in my classes or also in workshops where I was a student. So this is what I realized from my experience. So when there were a couple involved, the couple were like in a, like in a glass bowl, like they don't want to listen what is around. I mean, they want to dance with themselves, they want to learn with themselves, and they were happy with themselves. And other people were more social, and they change partners, go around and talk with people. Couples usually not that much. So you see already they have different driving power. They want what they want, usually when you ask them, oh, I saw this romantic dance and it looks so beautiful and I want to do it with my partner, and they kiss and they embrace and they have all this, they want to experience these romantic moments with each other, which is understandable. But back to reality, which I think they need to know that there are some complications underlaid also, when you learn tango, and they should understand that. When they come as a couple, they need to understand the mechanics and what's happening. First of all, you will not realize these romantic moments in the first class. And maybe there is disappointment, like because they want to have the leg rise and the drop and, these kind of things. And they will not get it in the first class and then they get disappointed. So we also don't want to disappoint them, like so that they get more patient. In my class, I always put a lot of emphasis on the embrace and the connection, so they can still feel romantic moments, but maybe not in the way they have built up illusions in their mind because they see some performance and stuff like that. So this I will always like make them clear. Look, we need to go to the basic first, and so on and so on. We will come to these kind of things, but get the basics first. And then there is a much more serious thing is that which everybody need to know, and especially couples, because for couples it's even harder. Tango brings out the best and the worst in a person's character, and when you are a couple, this is very specific, and very very tough to handle. If you are a single person, you still can say, I don't like this guy, he's nuts. I go and I look another one. Or when you take a class with someone oh, let's do the tango course together. Oh, I have a partner. Yes, I have a partner. And then you don't realize that he is one head uh, shorter than you, and you don't realize that he's clumsy in his movement. Okay, you don't realize, but after 2-3 hours, you realize, actually, we don't match that well together. So you can still change, you can still sit and look, what? Okay, after this course, or maybe we find other partners, you can make a deal, because for him it's the same. So you are more free when you are a single person, and it's easier to learn tango as a single person. It's easier. If you are in a couple, you cannot say, sweetheart, but thank you. I mean, you cannot just change the partner like this, and you don't want it also, right? So here comes ego, jealousy, different body conditions, different talents, all these come together and build a really tough situation for couples. But I tell you, it's a good thing to do it, because if you survive that challenge, you are done for the long go. If you survive and you don't fight, and you really handle it, you could handle it with smoothly, without big fights or whatever, you are done for the long go. So it's a test for a relationship. I think really, like, tango can be really seen as a test for any relationship. And if it's not working, be happy, because then you save several years of disappointment, because you will have the same problems you will have in your house as well. You will have problems about this and problems about this, and there will be fights and domination and all these kind of things. So it's a good thing to learn tango together as a couple. It's a good thing, but you need to know how to do it. You need to listen to some advice, because otherwise you will fail. You will probably fail if you are not really like 100% match. It can also be like that you are matching from your body mass, from your talent, and everything is matching. Okay, then it's easy peasy, but most of the cases not like that. So what to do? Is tango suitable for couples? Yes, it is. It is. Take it as a relationship test. And my advice is to follow these 5 challenges. Try to go through these 5 points. If you master these 5 points, you are done for the long haul. Perfect. And you are made for tango. You're made for tango, you're made for relationship. Guarantee. Guarantee. Number 1, tango is a body language, and as any other language, it needs regular practice, repetition, and patience. So this is, you have to absorb this. If you are impatient, want to have quick result, not possible. No? Number 2, the role of the man is so much harder, so much more challenging than that of the follower. Women better keep themselves quiet, with more patience, and not trying to correct or explain. This is a kill for any desire to learn tango for the leader. So this is a very important point, because women have the tendency to understand quicker, or to know it better. Maybe you know better, maybe not. You don't know, right? But even you think you know it, you have understand it, keep quiet. Let him figure it out on his own. Let him ask the teacher. Just don't interfere with his attempt to grabbing things. Number 3, the follower better understand her role as a dummy for the partner and shall not accept romantic moments to happen from the beginning. The first 6 months are the hardest to overcome for a couple. So, meaning to say, you can be helpful while not expecting too much happening. Sometimes women are impatient and they want more, and they ask the teacher, oh, I have seen this and this move and I want the drop and I want the leg rise and I want this and that. They cannot do anything, and the partner even can even do less, and then they want to do most fancy things. So try to be patient also when it comes to figures, when it comes to beautiful moments, to romantic moments. Yeah, he is not giving you these moments because he cannot in the moment. So give him time, and play the dummy. Play the dummy. Pretend you don't understand anything. Even you know how it goes. Pretend you don't know. It's better than to tell him, no, I think you have to do this and that. Because that is a kill. It's a kill. Number 4. It is as well advisable to learn in separate courses, and this is actually what I highly recommend. Take different courses. Go not together in the same class, or take different partners, separate in the class. Don't learn together. This is easier. It is easier. Don't think it's easier when you're working together. Your mind, you are triggering something. You think, your partner will be easier if I practice with my partner. No, will not be easier. It's easier to work with someone else. But it's an advice. If you do it or not, it's an advice. But if you ask me, go to all the challenges, go and try out. Try out to work with separate partner. Maybe with your girlfriend, go with your husband, and you go with the husband of your girlfriend. Something like that. And then you can practice in the same course, but with different partners, or in separate courses. And then when you are at home, you can discuss what you have learned. Oh yeah, okay, I did not understand that. Okay, you still can discuss, rewind, and practice together at home, because that is a different setup also. It's a different setup. And if you at home maybe criticize something or correct something or say, I think it was different or something like that, it is different than in the classroom. So if you do it at home, that might be okay. It depends on your relationship with your partner. That might be okay if you tell it to him at home, but never in an open class where other people are involved. That cannot be. That is a bad idea. So I really recommend to practice and to learn with different partners, especially in the beginning. It lessens the pressure on the leader. The women don't have problems usually. Men have that problem. So, because they don't like to be corrected. And other people will not be brave enough, they are more polite not to correct the leader, You, as the wife, you will have less distance. So that is the problem. Now number 5, and that is actually the really challenging things. I mean, when a couple comes to the class, they are not aware about their physical abilities. Usually they are not aware. Maybe the woman has already taken ballet class or dance salsa, blah, 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 blah. And the man already says, oh, my wife, she's such a good dancer. Okay, that might be the case. But in general, People come together, they have the same background, they don't know. But then, when they learn, they realize that they have different abilities. They have different abilities, they have different bone structure, different heights, different body weights, different ability to move, different musicality, different flexibility. So all these kind of things come out after a while. You will just notice them after a while one person develop much faster than the other one, you know, and that can be a factor for problems. So because people just don't realize that in the beginning, and then they can also, there can be jealousy, envy, it can create these kind of things. Like everywhere in life, if one partner get the chance to develop in profession or artistically, or get the chance to make an exhibition somewhere, maybe as an artist, or get the chance to be involved in a science project, whatever, in Harvard or whatever. I mean, like there's some. What do you do if that happens? You will support this idea, right? You will, if the partner likes that so much, you will support that idea, right? And the same thing, I see it also in tango. It can be that both partners, maybe one is very talented, the other not, and the talented one maybe is the guy. He's not very ambitious, and he's like a little bit shy, and he is a little bit, but he learns quickly. He learns quickly, and the wife has a super talented husband, and the husband even doesn't know, And the wife can, it's like a lucky draw, the wife maybe doesn't have that ability, but she was lucky that she got that partner. And the partner, maybe he doesn't care. He doesn't care because he's not ambitious and he doesn't want to develop quick or whatever. So if that happened like that, fantastic, it's perfect. But it can also be that the guy, for example, or the woman, whatever, it can be like this, like that, realize, oh, I found something. I didn't know that I have that talent. I didn't know that I have this passion for the music, and it hit something, it called something in my inside, and I want to move, I want to make this movement, and I'm fascinated by performances, the people did, and like this. And the female partner maybe doesn't have it. She doesn't have it. Or the other verse rise, the other way around. Maybe he is stiff and much older than the woman. It's hard for him to learn. The woman, that is most case, the woman still much younger, easy, flexible, and doing yoga maybe or whatever, it's very, very easy for her, all this movement. And then she feels the calling, she feels she wants to be better and better, and then how to handle this in a relationship, how to handle these problems, and I think try to give space, and you will see how the partner will manage it. But if the partner want to develop a little bit further, let him. There's no problem, Let him develop and support it. Support it with your presence. Support it by developing yourself also. Don't stay, and think, like, oh, I'm so bad, he's so good, and I stop practicing because I cannot reach him. He's so much better than I am, and that is the end of all. So accept it as a fact. He's better, but think of it as a lucky draw. Oh, you have a good partner. Damn, you are lucky, like this. And he can even support you to become better than you would become when you had a different partner. So he will actually inspire you also to develop yourself. And let him also dance with other people. Try not to focus on the negative aspect. Everything has a positive and a negative aspect. Try not to see the negative. Try not to say, oh, the woman will try to grab him, like this kind of things. No. Focus on the positive thing. Think, my God, what a lucky draw! I have such a good partner. Other women don't have, like this. Think that way and give him a little bit of freedom. Don't try to protect him from other women or to take him for yourself, or he's not allowed to dance with other people, or this or that. That is the end of everything. So try to let go. Try to give him space to develop. So if you have a talented partner, give space. Don't try to take it for yourself and hide and secure and protect. Be afraid other women or other men will take him. That's not working. In tango, it's not working in real life, and in tango, even less. Both support each other. Support each other. So there is always this supporting idea. So, for example, if I have a good partner, I support him to develop more. I support him to develop more. But on the other hand, I am in his footsteps. I am developing. I am taking his power to develop myself even better. Yeah. So I have a good partner to practice with. So I can actually develop better than if I have a partner who has my level, right? So, on the other hand, if the band has a partner who is much better, give her the chance to dance with good dancers. Put yourself not under pressure, but support her with that, and follow her footsteps. I mean, practice with her and support her by following her, like in a positive way. And on the other hand, the talented person to the person who supports them, actually, support them back by give them spirit to develop more. Give them spirit, practice with them. So not like, I'm lazy to practice today because tomorrow I'm practicing with my dance partner. Like this is also a relationship kill. When the partner at home feels that the husband or the wife doesn't want to dance with him anymore because she doesn't realize, doesn't enjoy anymore. That's bad. So always keep that connection. My responsible, she or he support me so much, I will give that back to her. I will dance with her. I will make sure that she develops better, like dance with me and so on. And I will involve her in my career. I will involve her in my experiences. So I think that is very important. And if that is functioning well, the whole thing will be just fine. Will be very happy constellation. So at the end, I just want to say again: is tango suitable for couples? Yes, it is. It's a relationship test. It is. There are obstacles to overcome, but with these 5 challenges. Go through these 5 challenges and you will master all situations with ease. I hope you enjoy my blog. I hope you enjoy my video. And please kindly like and subscribe and share my video. And see you next time again. Bye.